I would have been throwing from the first moment.
It's pretty common.
That's if I'm overly animated, that's a beautiful thing. If I get to the point where I'm like, hey, and I'm smiling like, okay.
Oh yeah, I get like that
that's
too.
That's me trying to control, because this is a whole lot of man. So I can't really just run up on him and put my hands on him, because if he hit me, it's gonna be very obvious. And that's not. I wasn't really ready for that. You know, I wasn't ready for that. But I was ready for, and what I thought I was ready for was, I thought I was ready for it to be over. So that turned into the 26 month.
26 months.
26 month separation.
Let me say, I'm gonna have to take my hats off to you, sis, because I don't know that I wouldn't have been that calm, and I wouldn't have cared how big he was or how hard he hit. I probably would have just been like, nigga, what? It would have been on and popping. Before you know, I mean, like, that's kind of me. I think first and I act later. So you had already contemplated. You had some time to think about it and marinate a little bit. Even now, still, I don't always try to react out of my emotions. I'm a whole lot better than I used to be as a child. But I still, I don't know. Yeah.
Keep in mind, my children are home, and this is their dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So there were some things, and I wasn't sure that I wanted the relationship to be over, but I knew at that moment I could not take it. It was gonna get real bad real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah. And I would have been putting my hands on him, and he would have been like, stop. And somebody gonna only let you slap them around for so long.
So many times.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because I'm one of those people that I'm not a fast anger, and I wasn't mad, I was hurt. So I do better if you make me mad, I can deal with that because I can forgive you. But if you hurt me, then I got to contemplate how I let you get in, why I let you get in. So I'm not only mad at you, I'm mad at me, I'm mad at you, I'm mad at all the other people that look like me, that make have known. You know what I'm saying? That may have known that this happened. So I had to, there were some things that I needed to do. But what I will say, in the 26 months, I learned so much. We talked that entire time. So when he left for the 26 months, I don't really know.
Did you still date him though? I mean, like, or was y'all just not seeing each other, period?
I don't know. We still slept together. I still seen him. All of that. All of that. Because he was my husband. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I will say, he was never disrespectful. Oh, there was this one. Maybe. Yeah. No, it was never blatant. I never saw him and the young lady out, and God, it was so gracious, because then I would have flipped out.
Yes.
Oh, I would have flipped all the way
completely out.
I did have a flip out. I did have one flip out moment, but we all survived.
But we all survived. That means somebody got hurt though. We survived it.
No. I kept my hands to myself, and it was God was gracious. He was gracious.
Okay, come on, bring on the question, baby.
Now, during that time of separation,
that's what I've been watching that time.
When she told you that you had to go, what was your initial reaction? How did you feel at that moment?
I didn't want to leave because prior to coming home, I knew that there had been a phone call earlier that evening. And I had made the decision when I got home that I was going to figure out how to rectify the marriage and make it work. I had the conversation with the individual, with the young lady, as well as I had called my best friend and had a conversation with him. So I was going home with the mindset, I'm going to make this right.
You're going to work
get on the right track.
Right.
Unbeknownst to me, she was thinking something completely
I was already
different
gone.
when I got to the house.
I was already gone. And had I don't know. You know, you can always think back and be like, oh, well, maybe I could have, and maybe it would have saved me 26 months of heartbreak. But again, I would not have been the person that I was. You know what I'm saying? What I did 9 years ago, because we've been back together since March 2009. So, 10 years ago.
2009.
Yeah. I wouldn't be the person that I am. I wouldn't be as appreciative.
Okay, so in this 26 months that he was gone, from emotional
to physical.
to physical, was you staying? Did you have your own place, or did you stay with the one on the other side?
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, you know,
I mean, he needs to have another drink of water too.
I do. You need a shot. Which one?
No, it's the funny part about the whole.
Where'd you stay? Come on, just get it out.
I'm gonna get it out. You gotta roll with me for a second.
Okay.
It's in layers. He's trying to get
about
it out.
this 26 months is that there were things happening that you knew were signs like, you should fix your marriage and go back home, but you ignored them. So it started off with a car wreck.
Christmas Eve. So on December 12th, he split up. He totaled his car on December
Totaled my
24th.
car.
So the Lord was spanking you the whole time, huh?
He was whooping me, and I was just taking it like.
He liked whoopings.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep taking these whippings as they come, and he whipped me for 26 months.
Wow. But where'd you stay? You didn't answer that question.
I didn't really have a place, so like my mother's house.
So you just kind of bounced around from place to place?
Listen, once you out in the deep end,
You're
you're out there with no lifesaver. And I was out there with no lifesaver. I was just out there.
I think sometimes when you go so far,
You don't know how to get back.
you don't know how to get back. You know what I'm saying? Because now your marriage is, you know what I'm saying, your marriage is destroyed, and how do you get back from that? Like, where do you go? Because this ain't nobody you really saw yourself with. Y'all was just kicking it. They were filling a void. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now you have an even deeper void. And we're just feeling an emotional connection. So now the physical connection that you had, it's almost like Build-A-Bear. So as a man, that's why you see men with a whole bunch of women. So they have a woman for this, and a woman for this, and a woman for this, because they can't find the complete package. So what happened was, in the area I was lacking, he chose this young lady, and then the area I was fulfilling, I withdrew that.
Mm-hmm.
So then he relied solely on this young lady, but that's not what he wanted to do. Does that make sense?
Right.
It's almost like I got in over my head, and now I don't know how to, because how do I get back to where I was? And the crazy part is, it'll never be back the way that it was, because we weren't the same people. 26 months later, I couldn't be the exact same woman I was prior to that. And I wouldn't have wanted to take him back as the same man. There had to be some growth. There had to be some changes.
Something.
Yeah, and was it painful? What you hear about kids having growing pains all the time. It was painful. I learned a lot about myself that I had no idea. How selfish and inconsiderate I was. I had no idea. So I held a responsibility, and that's what a lot of women don't like to talk to me about, infidelity. Because there's a responsibility that a woman plays in that.
That's right.
And so I had to own my part. So am I saying I did something that made him cheat? No. But I did something that perpetuated the cheating, if that makes sense. Does
Absolutely.
that make sense? So I can't make him, the final choice about what he did was his own.
What's my?
But when he said to me, I want you to come home. You know what I'm saying? That should have been a conversation that I was willing to have. What is it that you need from me? But because at the time I was so selfish with what I wanted, and not because my needs were met. I keep saying that, and my needs were met. He met every need that I had. So I was so selfish. I'm like, "Are you good? Here go this money. Go buy yourself something." He didn't need my money. That's the crazy part. He worked 3 jobs. He didn't need my money. He was perfectly fine. But because I was so self-centered. And it was all about me. And I had 3 kids, but it was all about me.
Wow.
I had a dog. It was all about me. And that's the part that I own. Does it excuse him having an affair? No. But I too was having one. If we're being honest, really honest, I was having an affair. It wasn't a physical affair, but emotionally I wasn't there. Like you said, he needed me emotionally. I wasn't there. Emotionally, I was in love with the dollar and wasn't getting nothing in return.
I hear, wait, OJ's, I hear it in my head. That's my song. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. No, for real.
But yes,
that is real, man. Okay, so for me, I don't know that I could take that, but I think let me tell you, I was a hard worker too. When me and Jason got married, I always had like 2 jobs from the very beginning. Then the Lord just kind of he shut everything down. Oh my God, I was completely like having meltdowns because like I didn't have a paycheck coming in my name. I felt some kind of way that there was not a paycheck coming in my name, you know. And I think it's because of upbringing sometimes, because I grew up in a household where my mom was the sole provider. I did not have a father there. I did not understand that the man's position is to provide and to cover his family. I didn't have a complete understanding of all of this stuff. So all of this came with me into my marriage. And although he did have a job and I had a job, when the Lord took me away from all of that, oh my goodness, I felt, it just wasn't good. And then with him, and when it became a money issue, whether he realized it or not, he didn't necessarily say that he wanted me to be working, but it was just certain things that would happen. And so I felt the need to always have a job, you know what I'm saying? And when God said, oh no, you need to totally depend, I was like, what? What you mean?
You had to financially submit to your husband?
Oh my goodness, it was the hardest thing that I ever had to do, is all I'm gonna say. Especially coming from a single parent household. It was difficult because it was not just solely trusting this man to provide for me and not complain about it. It was also me saying that, okay, this guy's got me no matter what. And I don't know that I completely trusted that, because, you know, Daddy, every time Daddy said he was going to come through, unfortunately, mothers and fathers, we really are laying some type of foundation for our children, whether we realize it or not. Man, we have to be careful the way we parent and the things that happen in this, because I was all jacked up thinking, okay, no, I'm doing this.
Expecting the promise to be broken.
Yes.
I had a serious abandonment issue.
Yes, me too. Abandonment, rejection, I felt all of that.
And I think that's probably why I couldn't really connect, because his love for me was so unfamiliar. If that makes sense. It was so unfamiliar. To this day, he always, even when he calls me or he says, hey beautiful, it's been that way since the beginning of time.